We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
Well, it could have been worse. Alright, I can tell this is going to be a very controversial video for my channel, but considering I'm writing this script right after the Direct, I want my honest and most recent opinions to shine out. So, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, the one we've been waiting 3 literal months for, was a bit disappointing. Let me explain. I'm going to just cover 3 things in this video: the third-party support, the hardware showcase, and finally the first-party support. First off, third party. It went hard. Elden Ring, Street Fighter 6, Hogwarts Legacy, Yakuza 0, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Wow. Just wow. Now, these games don't look the best on Switch 2, but the fact that we're getting them at all, and that they look much better than if they were Switch 1 ports, is a noticeable positive to mention. And the fact that so many of them are day 1 launch titles just goes to show how much Nintendo has learned since the Switch 1's launch. If you remember, we barely had any games within the first few months of the Switch 1, which was 100% a bad move. I mean, launching any console that barely has any games is a bad idea, right, Sony? I'm happy that we're actually getting a ton of these great games for launch. That's just awesome. Oh, and we got Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 as a launch title, so let's freaking go. Overall, I'd rate the third-party support a solid 8 out of 10 in this Direct. If the games shown looked a bit better, and if they actually showed off more than 3 seconds of Silksong, I'd probably get it a 9. Now, onto the hardware showcase, and oh my goodness, they actually did it. 4K support, baby, let's go! Let me quickly run through the rest of the specs. 1080p bigger screen handheld, HDR support up to 120 FPS, mouse option for Joy-Cons, built-in mic, 3D audio, and 256GB of storage. I love all of this, except for one small thing: the dreaded C button. I feel like my greatest fear about this button is gonna come true. This is, practically speaking, a Nintendo Switch Online exclusive button that lets you call and cast your gameplay to friends on their own Switch 2 systems. However, considering a good half of Nintendo's audience is smart enough not to pay for NSO, seeing as it's a scam where we have to pay for our internet twice, this means the button is going to do one thing only for those folks. You're going to be playing some Metroid Prime 4, accidentally press the C button, and a little screen is gonna pop up and say, "Hey idiot, you can't actually use the feature this button has unless you pay us more money!" You press the button and an ad pops up. Just what every Nintendo fan wants. An ad button. Hopefully you'll be able to disable this button in the settings like on the Switch 1, but it's still really stupid. Overall though, having 4K support, HDR up to 120 FPS and 8 times the storage capacity of the Switch 1 is amazing. Still a day 1 buy for me 100%. The only thing that is making me second guess that day 1 buy is the third part of this video, the first party games. Let's see, there was Mario Kart World, which looks like a really cool game and is a launch title, and then there was a new Hyrule Warriors, Kirby Racing, and a brand new 3D Donkey Kong. Besides Mario Kart, none of these other games are launch titles. So, just Mario Kart. That's it. Why? Don't get me wrong, I'm hyped for the game and for DK. But is this really it? It feels lackluster kinda, like the bare minimum Nintendo could get away with for a launch title. And it's not some big huge game like Breath of the Wild, it's Mario Kart. It's open world, sure, but it's still just Mario Kart. Honestly, I felt like they should have shown off at least a Zelda remake or just a small glimpse of a new 3D Mario. Instead, we get Mario Kart for a launch title, DK a month later, and no news on a new 3D Zelda or 3D Mario. I really hope that there's going to be another Direct before the Switch 2 launches to show off more games, because if they don't, this is just sad. Overall, 4 out of 10 for first party games. I like Mario Kart and DK, but no new 3D Mario or Zelda has me very disappointed. Before I end this video, I just want to cover a few things I haven't yet. The camera attachment looks dumb and is another NSO exclusive product. You have to pay for the system tour demo this console has. We're just going to completely ignore that the PS5 has Astro's Playroom for free pre-installed. Getting GameCube NSO games is alright, but I'd still rather emulate them for free. I'm happy Metroid Prime 4 is going to be 4K 60 FPS on Switch 2, but there's still no release date yet for that game. Drag X Drive looks like a joke, and I need the enhanced updates for Switch 1 games to not be too expensive, like $10 max please. Anything more would just be direct corporate greed. In the end, I'd give this Direct a 6 out of 10. Hardware was great, but I hate the C button. Third-party support was strong, though some games did look better than others, and there's only going to be one first-party launch title for a solid month of the Switch 2's launch. Whoopee. Yeah, I suppose June 5th can't come soon enough. I just really hope Nintendo knows what they're doing. Anyway, this was going to be a short vid from me regardless. I'm still currently working on the SMG4 documentary and had to stop working on that for this. Gonna get back to it right now though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Direct more than me, and I'll see you when I upload. Peace! Oh yeah, Dusk Bloods was a game too. Whatever.